Hey guys, episode 46 of the stock portfolio series. The Trading212 link has come back, so I'm not sure if they're accepting any new users, but you can give it a try, and if they accept you, then you get a free share. So portfolio this week is down about £6,000. Don't be fooled by the figure in the thumbnail. I've added about 15,000 from the cryptocurrency sale last week, and so it's only up about sort of 10,000. So it's been a bit of a rough week. The gold and silver stocks sort of holding up reasonably well. These are down about 1,000. So they've sort of been performing fairly well over the last couple of weeks, so not too bad to see a small drop. But yeah, over to the ISA, almost everything is down or at least flat in this. The ARCPI taken a hell of a beating. That's down 20% now, nearly 21%. As I say, this isn't particularly bad because I would like to sort of build this pie up quite a bit, probably to about 10,000. So if the price comes down and then I build it up to 10 grand from there, then it should do well for the long term. So yeah, just waiting to probably sell some more crypto and invest some more in there. Although it's very difficult to do, I'll probably have to sell some gold stocks out of this ISA to add any more because the ISA's maxed out. So yeah, everything sort of taking a little bit of a beating. Things like Alibaba, sort of tech stocks down. This one's down 7%. The REITs actually holding up really well, as you'd sort of expect in an inflationary time. So the US came out with 4.2% inflation. There's talks about whether it's just because it's comparing sort of April to April, and obviously the April last year was a bit of a rough time, so if this April is a lot better, then it could give a fake inflation figure, but I'm not sure I believe it. I think the inflation's here to stay, so probably see a drop in some of the more speculative tech stocks. So I sold out of my Taylor Wimpey position in the ISA and rebought it in the invest account with some of the crypto money, as I'll show you later, so I could beef up the Argo blockchain position. So this is pretty much the maximum I can go at the moment with Argo. So down 2.97% now because I've averaged up £1.48 now, but it was just at a price that I thought was a good investment. Got in another load about £1.60, I think it was, earlier in the week. So still see good things for this going forward. I know obviously we've had the Bitcoin drop after partly the Elon Musk tweets, and I think partly the ETFs, US ETFs, looking like they may get rejected, which wouldn't be good news. So yeah, the Bitcoin ETP is down pretty heavily, 10%, but nothing to worry about particularly. Sentiment, just with the other sort of gold miners. The REITs sort of doing pretty well. First Majestic down 2.3%. Polymetal 1% down, not really moved too much. Sylvania sort of had a almost completely flat week, but obviously after having a reasonable move in the last couple of weeks. So that's the ISA pretty much. REIT's doing okay. Everything else is slightly down, and some very down. So the invest account This is where the 15k has gone. So the number's gone up, but a lot of these stocks are still down for the week, as with everything else. So added a little bit more to, I sort of spread this £1,000 each. Put 1,000 into Anthem, still seems quite cheap. Archer Daniels actually holding up quite well. I didn't add to that, but good commodity play. Aviva, put 1,000 into that, still seems to be doing well. Baidu, put 1,000 into that, has come really down, so pretty happy with that. Didn't add any to any of these. Broadcom has come down quite a bit, wasn't able to get quite this drop down to $420. I sort of put that in sort of Monday night about 4:30, so still reasonably good, happy with the price. Cardinal put 1,000 into, so pretty happy with that. Left most of these alone. FedEx still doing really well sort of on the month, pretty happy with that. Put 1,000 into Intel, it's come right down again, sort of dropped even further during the week, but I got in sort of around the mid 50s where it is now, pretty happy with that. International Paper doing really well, again sort of took a little bit of a dip, but they've increased their projected earnings, so that's pretty good. The ETFs sort of all taking a bit of a hit, so yeah, 4% down on the emerging markets. Some of the big Chinese tech stocks not doing well, so that's dragged this down. The Japan has come down about 3.8%, so added a little bit to this. Global Clean Energy, yeah, obviously down with the rest, 4.2%, so added another 1,000 to that. Left the others. Just to point out, Kia actually had a great week, 24% up. They're my sort of UK infrastructure builders, and they've announced a rights issue, sort of share issue for, it seems, more than their market cap, and they want to pay off basically all of their debt from what I've read. So very interesting sort of way of going about things, where if people will take up the rights issue at the price that they've set, then yeah, they could sort of pay off all their debt. Obviously, if I don't take that up or struggle to take that up, then I'll get diluted, but then they'll be, in theory, worth more with no debt. So be interesting to see how that one goes. I did consider sort of selling this out with the gain. It's actually over 100% up now, 113%. So they do about 4 billion in turnover, and looking at sort of 160 million market cap. Bit crazy, really. PE of 17, but the forward PE, now that they've sort of gone profitable, is about 3 or 4, if I remember. So yeah, pretty good with them. Still, I think I might leave it, and if I get offered the rights issue, I may go for that and just hold them longer term. Some of the infrastructure projects sort of planned for the UK, I'm sure they'll be involved. So yeah, we'll see. So put 1,000 into Legal and General. Still happy with them. They've sort of dipped down to a reasonable price again. Lennar taking a big drop. Didn't add to this, but yeah, not too surprised to sort of see that, really. Micron took another big drop. I'm not really adding to this. Nintendo sort of fairly flat for the week. Didn't add to that. Porsche sort of, still a bit up and down, taking a bit of a hit sometimes. Volkswagen as well. Prosus taking a big hit with the Chinese sort of tech stock sell-offs. 10 cent sort of a big part of that, so they've dropped down, so I added 1,000. Pretty happy with them. Renault, a new position in Renault. I bought in sort of obviously on Monday, sort of about Monday lunchtime at €35. Come right down to 31. Didn't really see this coming, but pretty happy with them for the long term. Very low market cap of sort of 10 billion euros. And yeah, they make about 3.5 million cars, if I remember, and sort of projecting, I think, about 100,000 electric vehicles this year. So yeah, they're sort of up there with, even with Stellantis. I think they did sort of 100,000 this year. And certainly up there with the sort of EV only stocks like NIO. I think they're at sort of 100,000, maybe 150,000, and Renault are sort of a fifth of the market cap. So pretty happy with them. Not sure how long term it'll be, but yeah, I thought it was a nice buy. Rio Tinto sort of taking a bit of a hit this week. A bit of a worry on steel prices in China, and don't really see this as a huge problem, but didn't buy into it. Bought into Shell. It's pretty flat for the week, sort of small ups and downs, but still looks an attractive price, so built that up. 4,500 now. Samsung, not really done too much. Didn't add to that. Siemens left alone. Sony are left alone. It's down sort of 3%. Earnings sort of projected to be slightly declining from what they were a little while ago. Not 100% sure whether they're sort of particularly good value, so I've just left it alone at the moment. If it drops more, I probably will add. Left Stellantis alone. Put 1,000 into TSMC. Still looking pretty good. Had a fair drop since the highs. It's way down from the sort of top of $140, and it's down from my buy-in price. So sort of average that down. Added 1,000. So added all of my ISA holding of Taylor Wimpey, about £1,500 into here. So that's all now in the invest account. And that is it for the ads. I put a little bit into sort of some of the penny stocks in the ISA account, and I sold off sort of just the small amounts. I had some small amounts of Rio Tinto and Nintendo sort of in the ISA, so just sold them off and put those money into some of the sort of small penny stocks that I've got in the ISA, Bidstack and Supply at Me Capital, Novocyte, and just added the Rio Tinto and Nintendo in here, the equivalent amount. So just prefer sort of having the growth stocks and sort of more speculative stuff in the ISA in case it sort of goes mad, and then I don't have to pay tax on it. So yeah, that's the portfolio for the week. Taking a bit of a hammering, but I'm sure sort of worse is to come if the interest rates do go up and inflation starts kicking in. I've got some sort of speculative holdings, so they might take a hit, but hopefully Bitcoin and gold and that sort of thing can sort of outpace that drop, and I'll buy the dip hopefully. So yeah, leave your thoughts in comments below. drop a like and subscribe if you want to see more. See you soon.